Hey guys, welcome to the Starting Million Show. I'm your host, Asher Au. Welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time zone you are. Thanks for joining in the show. So, as usual, I'm also very excited because my guest coming up today is someone that I actually met in a learning experience. So we were both a part of a course, and we're both learning some information together. Of course, that's what we always do. We're both learning something, and then I got reminded. I was like, hey, I remember her because she was already starting to work on her programs. She was starting out. Not I wouldn't say she's starting out, but I actually start to know her. So I was like, oh, it's good to see a familiar face. And that's the artist. I wanted to connect with her. And that's how we actually started to build a bit of a connection, and we start to get to know a little bit better. So, and now I have the privilege of inviting her onto my show. So it's a very interesting guest that I have coming up. So one of the things I'll be asking, oh, by the way, if you're watching, hey, Yongin, thanks for coming on to the show. Hi, Yongin, thanks for coming in. So anyone who's watching right now, please feel free to leave a comment so that we can actually bring up here and at least in comment, just chat, all right? So thanks for coming up. All right, so I'll be asking her a few questions. First of all, I'll be asking her something like, what are the biggest problems that she faces as a coach, right? And also I'll be asking her about how can she prescribe a process to help someone who is starting out from scratch to get to the goal, that the financial goal that they can achieve, and what's a unique power, her unique superpower that she can do to help her clients, her customers to reach their goal, right? So those are some of the things I'll be asking. But so if there's something you want to learn, feel free to ask a question. Feel free to bring up your questions and ask willingly, because I'm going to be digging into her brains and to find out a lot about her. So that's what's going to happen. So without further ado, we are going to get started really quick. All right. So see you in a moment.
You cut me loose and set me free. You cut me loose. You make me win in every way. Win in every way. You show me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win in every way.
So for my guest, her name is Stef Lau. All right. So Stef Lau is a former Mindvalley marketer, helping big authors and coaches make around $2 million in 2 weeks. She has coached nearly 100 new coaches to kickstart their coaching business from scratch, get their first few paid clients, all the way up to making multiple 5 figures a month. And one thing she's really good at is the practical execution strategies to help coaches get results by taking massive action. So without further ado, I'm very excited to bring on Stef Lau, who is going to share about the secrets to 10K a month in coaching. So ladies and gentlemen, my friend, Stef! Woo!
Hey, hello, hi Asher. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for coming along. So it is Steph's first time, I think, in the show. So I'm very excited to have her. It is she's frozen at one of the best moments. Like the face is like it's like perfect. How are you, Steph? Is everything good?
Oh my God. Okay, don't laugh at me. I'm very bad at talk. I'm very good. I'm very good.
Yeah, very good. Fantastic. Okay, so I'm very excited to want to learn from you. And so I think you want I
hear
mean we
me?
shared a little bit about. Yes, I can hear you. So well, Mike's just experiencing some slight lag, so it's okay. We'll just do what we've got, and we just carry on talking and chatting. But if not, because truth be told, my friends, okay, we actually discovered this is true. This is very, very true. We discovered a technical problem just before, and it's something that let me just bring over focus. And bring it back. Okay, so we discovered
Yes.
a technical problem just before this show. So we're like, what do we do? And then let's just roll with it. Let's just roll with this. And if it goes wrong, it's okay. We'll just roll with it. But if not, but I'm still excited to have you, Steph. And who knows, maybe if we could actually come back and redeem, if I may just have the opportunity to invite you back another time, perhaps. We'll see. We'll see, right, Steph? Is that okay? But
Yeah,
of course,
we'll
Steph is
see.
very
We'll
busy.
see.
So
Yeah.
we'll
I'll
see.
just
Steph is really busy.
yeah. I hope I can really I hope my phone and all my internet are doing amazing job for me, so I can continue with this show. Is it all good on my side
Okay.
so far?
Yes, it's good. It's good. It's good. All right. So, Steph, so let's get in quick. While the data is still available and strong, so can you just share with me and also with our viewers over here, right? Can you just share with us, what got you started into the coaching business? What got you started into this?
Okay.
You there? Yeah.
So why I actually get started, it was about like 2 years ago. So I was actually like I was working in a co-working space, and I decided that I want to like do something more meaningful. And I was by that time I was a big sister in my secondary school. So I was just, like mentoring my little sisters, and then I was like, hey, actually, I think I can do like meaningful stuff, like helping people to find their purpose, helping people to find their biggest gift inside, which is the expertise. And then from there, I start learning more. I start hiring coaches for myself, and until I realized, like, wow, I truly, truly believe that our biggest gift is the expertise that we have, and we can actually share to the world and monetize. And that is the reason why I want to help more people to get into the coaching space. I want to help more people to actually turn into an entrepreneur, because I am a big fan of two things: personal growth and entrepreneurship. And I think becoming a coach is the perfect combination of these two, because you need to have personal breakthrough in order to have business breakthrough. So this is exactly why I'm doing what I'm doing.
Awesome. All right. So wow. So you recognize that there's like something within you. I can sense the energy just from watching you and hearing you speak. The passion is coming through about
Yeah.
the everybody. Yeah, it's like that passion. I can feel it from the screen. Okay, I can feel it from here. Right. So I'm feeling it all the way here in Singapore, even though it's from all the way from Hong Kong. Right. So that's very cool. So that's what got you started, because
Yeah.
you got inspired from your little sister. Very interesting that you can actually, because from her. Yeah. Okay. All right. So
Yes.
I just wanted to check on that. Yes, very true. Okay. So then, as you're growing in terms of your business, right? While you're growing in terms of a business from when you're starting out from your earlier days in co-sharing space and where you are currently right now, can you actually just explain to me what is the personal biggest struggle and hurdle that you had to overcome to get to where you are currently, from where you were before?
Hmm. Um, I think one of I mean I think there are a couple hurdles, but one of them that it pops up in my mind right now, it's actually people support, right? Because I
Mm.
think although my parents are entrepreneurs, but they are not very, very supportive in what I'm doing, especially at the beginning when they don't know, like, yeah, like none of them actually want their daughter to have like something unstable, or all the uncertainty things, right? So I think one of the biggest hurdle is to get your family and your friends to support, because I also don't have a lot of friends. Like, I mean, coaching friends, classmates, yes, but in terms of like people who know me for a long time, maybe my secondary school friends, they were all like, Steph, you mentioned that you want to start a business like every time, but look at what your results, right? And so I think like when you hear more of these voices, then you start having self-doubt, and eventually these voices become noises. So it's very important that you're going to identify, oh, okay, like it's okay that people don't like what you're doing. It's okay, because we're all very different human beings, and being entrepreneurs, it's already a very rare fraction of it, right? And that's why if you talk to, let's say, if you talk to 100 people, maybe 95 of them will say, huh, like don't be a coach, or don't even be an entrepreneur. So only 5 people will understand, and within these 5 people, maybe two will also like laugh at you. Two other people maybe like, yeah, let's see how it goes, and then maybe you only get 1 person out of 100 to support you. So that's why I think being in a community, being with
Within these
only get
people
1 person
who are
out of
all
100 to
entrepreneurs or
support you,
all
so coaches will be very, very useful, because we
Mm.
all know each other, we all feel each other, so you don't feel the journey is actually lonely.
Okay, true. Okay, so I think definitely having family support, all that kind of stuff is very important, because having like it's really about the environment sometimes, and it's very tough as an entrepreneur, because even though there are people who don't understand the personal challenges that we all face, the drive needs to come from within. There's a reason within us, that we want to actually succeed. We want to make something happen, and it's a big challenge for a lot of entrepreneurs, especially when their environment around them is not as conducive or as supportive as they want. So good job on you actually on that, Steph, I would say, because like your like I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of entrepreneurs face the same problem when they start out. People are not supportive. You're like, you've been saying this thing so long and you haven't been successful. You've been trying, but part of being a entrepreneur, I would say, is really just going through
Yeah.
it,
So
in spite of all the problems. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
yeah, just like what your teacher said, right? Action taker. I mean, why a lot of people like they want to be an entrepreneur or they want to become a coach, but they never get the chance, right? It's not about you don't know or you don't know how to get started. I mean, like look at how many books. Like I'm sure everybody has the resources, right? It's you
Yeah,
know
let me
what
show
to
you
do.
on
You
full screen so
know
you can show all the different
what
books there.
you need to be doing, but it's just yeah, yeah. Thank you. Yeah. So it is not about like you don't know what you need to do. It's persistence, right? Because along the journey, I can guarantee there will be a lot of ups and downs and failures and wins as well. But this journey, I mean, I remember my mentor told me that like being an entrepreneur, it's not a journey. It is actually a lifestyle. So if you decided you wanna get this lifestyle, then you're gonna accept everything with this lifestyle. Otherwise, you can always go back and find a job. No one put a gun on your head and force you. You need to be a coach or you need to be an entrepreneur, isn't it?
Mm, true, very true, very true. So no one is forcing us, but we force ourselves. So in terms of that, very true. So
Yes. So you need
also,
to have
yeah.
a like a very strong internal motivation because you cannot rely on external. I mean, both are good, but I think you're gonna have your strong reason. You're gonna have a strong why, to kickstart at least.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay. Oh,
that's my
great. So
opinion.
very interesting. That's very true. So while you are going or while on your journey to getting to where you are right now, I'm also curious as to because I really believe in the idea of like seeds, those seeds of success where small little wins can actually help to encourage us to keep pushing through. So for yourself, can you just share with us what are the biggest achievements that you personally are the most proud of? Like any kind of achievement that to you, those became the seeds of success for you.
I think mainly three of them. The first one is for sure. Like last year, I was working with Mindvalley, and I honestly I was a bit surprised. We actually hit nearly 2 million US dollars in 2 weeks just launching one online program, and it was with vision. So that is absolutely one of my proudest moment. Because it was really to me it was really a big number, and it actually boosts my confidence a lot. And another achievement, it's maybe it seems like small, but to me it's very important. Is because when I because I love learning and I have been watching a lot of webinars. I'm a webinar geek. So, like, because I've watched a lot and I've taken a lot of notes. And then when it comes to me actually executing for the first time, it was very, very exciting, right? So, my ever first one was about like 1 year ago, and I was like partnering with a friend. And by that time, it was amazing. Like we got a lot of people registering, and that was my first time doing a virtual webinar, and I made 3K US dollars in just one webinar, like within 2 hours. That is actually one of my proudest moments because in terms of the amount, to me, I don't know, maybe to some of you it's a lot, maybe to some of you it's like tiny, but actually you get your first bunch of customers, like remember, like getting your first few paid customers is actually the happiest moment because you know that, oh my god, it actually worked. And the most important thing is you can repeat it. So that is actually very, very exciting for me.
Awesome. I agree with you 100%. It's the first few paying clients that make the biggest difference because it is a proof of concept that people want what you've got. I can still remember many years ago, I think in 2009, definitely 2009, where I made my first ClickBank check. That was like, I think it was about less than $20 around there. But I was so excited to get a check because it's like, it's proof that it made it happen. And then afterwards, I made my first few, I think
Exactly.
it was only like 10 or $20 through a forum. So I was like, wow, it's happening. And that was like more than 12 years ago. And I still remember that. So I agree with you 100%. It's the small little wins. And I think even for to you, I mean, right now you're saying like a $3,000 in one webinar. That's actually quite huge to a lot of people. 3,000 is a whole month's worth of work for some people, and you finish it, you got it in 1 hour. So I think that's actually very impressive, and that's definitely an achievement that definitely can be and should be proud of. Definitely for sure. Right. Okay.
Yes.
So
I always
yeah.
tell all my clients, right? Like, I always tell my clients is like, guys, like you're gonna celebrate every single win, right? There's nothing called like big wins, small wins. To you, it's tiny, but maybe to me it's big, and vice versa. So, we all need to learn to celebrate. We've always been so harsh on ourselves. So we need to celebrate small wins so that we will celebrate big wins in life. I think this is a very important principle when it comes to doing anything.
100%, 100%. A win is a win, no matter what. A win is a win. So that's true. That's true. Okay. So Steph,
Yeah.
another question I have, right? So thanks for sharing all that. And so I have a better idea of who you are and the story you came about with. And so I feel very inspired because you're able to come from a situation where you're able to get to work together at Mindvalley, and then you're able to make your own income from that, hitting $2 million in 2 weeks from one product, basically. And so that's actually a very impressive amount to achieve. Yang Yin says, yes, I do believe there are lots of challenges to be an entrepreneur. Rome was not built in one day. We have to be persistent in what we do. I agree. Thank you, Yang Yin, for
Exactly.
sharing
Yes.
that. 100%, 100%. Okay, so next question I have for you, Steph, is that this question comes as because you are someone who actually helps authors. You are someone who actually helps coaches. So in terms of a coach and for an author, what are the biggest problems authors and coaches face in their own coaching business?
I would say, I think mainly three biggest problem is number one, they are not very sure about their delivery in terms of like the offer, in terms of can I create a wow experience for my clients? Am I really targeting the right people? Can I really help them? So it's a bit of a self-doubt. The second challenge is they don't have enough leads. And the third challenge is when it comes to selling, right? Once you get the leads, when it comes to selling, a lot of people always feel very, very awkward. Like, I don't want to hard sell, I don't want to be salesy. I don't know how to, like, once I transited to the selling part, I just feel frozen. So I think these are the main three problems when it comes to like coaches and authors who are growing their coaching business. Yeah.
Okay. So in that case, when they meet on any of these problems, how do you actually help them? How do you actually help them to overcome these problems?
Okay. So first of all, right, in terms of delivery, number one thing is you're gonna identify exactly who you're targeting. I know a lot of people are talking about this, yes. But I want to emphasize one thing. It's actually if you can figure out who is your niche, I mean, who is a specific group of people that you can serve, you actually feel very empowered because you know that with what you can give away, this group of people will benefit from you the most, right? Like they will appreciate your thing the most, and they are facing this problem the most. That's why they need your help the most. And from there, like once you get a few good clients or like better clients, quality clients, then you actually get so much more confidence when it comes to your own delivery. And so I think this is very, very core because think about like if you're talking to the wrong person, even though this person pay you become your client, right? And then they're not getting the maximum value from you, or they're complaining, or they're not doing the work, then you will kind of doubt yourself, right? Did I do something wrong? Am I a good coach? Then you start doubting yourselves. So, but if you're actually finding the right person, you know exactly what are challenges, you know exactly what they want, and you can deliver that, they will like thank you like crazy. Then you immediately feel super confident in what you're doing. So this is problem number one solved. Problem number two is not having enough leads, right? This is something I think I'm pretty good at. It's creating a lot of useful content to give away. I always use this analogy, right? Actually, imagine, two people here, A and B. Both of them to you are exactly the same. You know them on the same day. and then they claim that they do the exact same thing. Okay, person A, she create a lot of amazing content, and these content she actually give away free tips, like for free, a lot of things for free. She this person create 30 pieces of content, and then person B, right, she also want to give content, but she thinks, Asha, you need to pay, right? So I cannot give everything for you to free. I'll just create 3 pieces of content. Okay, you don't know how good they are, but just one person give 30, one person give 3. So let me ask you, which, now both of them ask you to pay for their program, which one will you pay for? A or
Well,
B?
all things being equal, definitely will go for the one that has 30 simply because there's for me there's a lot more things I can preview and see the style and the things whether I like it or not. All things being equal.
Yeah, so you choose A, right? So I was a little bit lag just now. A, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is exactly right, because to a lot of like coaches, when you get started, you are having a very scarcity mindset. You think, oh, I cannot give this to you, I cannot give that to you, all of these things I need to hire for myself. But no, like when you're just getting started, come on, you're gonna demonstrate how good you are, right? You're gonna show off. It's like you're a new singer. You cannot say, oh, if you invite me to on this stage, then I'll sing. You need to pay me to sing. No, no, no. Like you're a nobody. Nobody knows you. So you're gonna always go out there and sing, 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 right? You want more people to know you. So please, like, sing your best song, create more songs, create more covers. It's just like you create more content. I don't care it's a video, I don't care it's a content post, I don't care if you're creating a PDF or you're doing live coaching, whatever. Like demonstrate it, give it for free to show off, right? So once you show off enough, people think, hey, you're legit, right? And then they feel okay, you are the expert, you are credible, you seems like an expert that I want to work with. Then they will reach out to you. Then you can start asking people to, hey, I actually have this program, right? You will not just, the first time you ask people to join a program, like, who are you? I don't know who is this person. I am not gonna sign up for that, right? So like even today, right, I'm crazily giving out content because it's never the end. And guys, like if you think like that, right, if you give out a lot of content, you actually free up the space so that you can learn new things and you can give more. This is actually make you feel more abundant, because you don't need to be afraid that you run out of ideas. You will never run out of ideas, you never run out of information, you never run out of expertise or any like experience, but you need to give it so that you have space to learn new things. I think this is very key for people who are just getting started, or you want to grow a business. Give more out there, just give. Yeah, and then of course you're gonna ask and you'll receive. But it's a
Awesome.
flow
Thank
here.
you for sharing that. Yeah, that's definitely 100%. So Yongin is saying over here, yes, a win will definitely motivate us. Like I've got quite a number of students who took up the free tuition. It really motivated her to help them more. Very true, very true. And now she has to learn how to sell without feeling so salesy. What do you think about it? What do you think about that, Steph? What do you think about this?
Yeah.
What do you think about this comment?
You mean when it comes to like how to sell, right? Like
Yes, without feeling salesy.
so yeah. Yeah, without being salesy, right? First of all, I think like myself, right? When I was like selling, I think there are 2 very important mindset. Number 1, it's because I am very I'm a person who cares about connection, who cares about relationship very much. So when it comes to selling, I always have the experience, or I have experience when people sell me things, like have sell me things. At the end, we're breaking the relationship, right? Because someone is really hard selling me, and I'm trying to step back. Or when we are like very amateur sales, and then we try to hard sell to people, and people stay away from us. So I think a lot of people, we always have the thinking that like selling is not something good, and I don't want to sell people because I'm afraid I'll lose a relationship, or I just don't want people to hard sell me because I also feel very awkward to say no, right? So when it comes to that, how I actually changed my mindset is that, think about every time when you are talking to someone, when you're selling, like when you're sharing, selling, whatever word you use, think about that. To me, at least to me, right? Your intention is to actually improve the relationship, right? The whole intention. So let's say actually you hop on a call and then I want to invite you to join my program. Come on, like in this call, my whole goal is not to hard sell you to join my program, but I want to dig out what is your current situation, and I let you to decide if you want to join my program or not. In this way, I am not desperate in sales. I'm not desperate. And honestly speaking, if you join my program, it will change you more than it will change my life. So I'm like, I don't really attach to the goal, but I'm really coming from love that, hey, I truly think if you sign up for my program, it will really benefit you a lot. And I'm gonna give back the decision to you. You make your choice. And I even say I don't care, or it doesn't matter if you say yes, if you say no, it's okay. As long as both of us were being congruent, both of us were really saying the truth. Maybe you really think I can help you, then just let me know, right? Like you don't need to pretend, or you don't need to say like, let me think about it. The same, right? I also will not pretend that, oh, like I must close you, right? No, it's like a long-term relationship. It's pretty sacred. So I will always put relationship as a priority instead of I close you or I don't close you. So I think this will really change my mindset when it comes to selling. Yeah.
Awesome. I agree 100%. It's about the relationship, because a sale is really just a start of a relationship. It's not the end. It is not just to get the money and you run, but really it's just the start of a long-term relationship. 100% agree with you over there, Steph. So I'm not sure, but in terms of earlier when
Yeah.
you're talking a little bit about, like you were talking about like identify the people you can serve, and also talking about how to create a whole bunch of different content that you can give away. Is that the process that you would prescribe to help like budding coaches to get to $10,000 a month? The reason why I say $10,000 a month is because that's what you brand yourself as, right? So you're talking about
Yes,
10K a
yes.
month. This is the kind of coach that you're helping yourself with. So how would you help a budding coach get to that $10,000 a month goal?
Right. Why I'm like setting this like this is amount is because to a lot of people, like this is a pretty good milestone to hit, 10K a month. So that's why I'm branding myself and positioning myself as someone who really help you to get started from literally zero. You don't know who you're targeting, you don't have a signature system, you don't have an offer, you don't know how to do closing, you don't know what content to post, etc. I'm exactly the person to help, right? So like how I'm using the method, I call it a 6C formula. So first of all, the first C is called champion. So identifying, knowing that what is your strongest expertise that you can share with the world, right? Identifying what you have done in the past that you're changing people's life. So that is the first one, champion. The second C is customer. We need to identify exactly who are the group of people they can benefit from you the most, right? Maybe with what you teach, you can teach everybody in the world, but there should be one very specific group of people who will benefit the most from you, and that group of people is exactly who you're going to target, which is a customer. So that is the first layer. You have the two circles, right? You have champion and you have the customer. Once you find the overlap part, that is the product market fit, meaning whatever you're offering, it's exactly what they want. Then the second layer will be curriculum and content, right? So curriculum means you ask your customer to feed you back what do they want to learn. And from there, you build an offer and you build your signature system based on what they want to learn from you. You don't need to assume anything. You don't need to brainstorm anything. You just ask, they tell you what they want, and you create it. Cool? So that is curriculum. The fourth C is content. So once you know exactly what they want, you're gonna create a lot of content, right message, matching what they want. So they feel like you are talking to them. And these are the third and the fourth C. Then the outer the outer layer, it's about conversion and coaching. So you're gonna use different ways to convert people from just a prospect into a paying client. You can use webinar closing, you can use one-on-one phone closing, sell by chat, etc. There are millions of ways you can close people. And of course, at the end, you're gonna give coaching, you're gonna create a wow experience for our customers so that they get amazing results. They give you testimonials. They'll give you referrals as well. That is how ultimately, you're making a lot of money and you're creating a lot of impact. So this is the formula that I use. I call it a 6C method: champion, customer, curriculum, content, conversion, and coaching.
Thank you for sharing that. So that's actually a very in-depth sharing that you have done. And also, Yongin actually says, agree with you what you said earlier. She says very true. And relationship and staying connected is truly important. So what you shared earlier is about being a champion of you finding out what you're very good at and being a champion of that and helping the customer, right? Just correct me if I'm wrong, right? So then coming up with a curriculum and then help curriculum that can actually help them without having to assume stuff. Just find out what is it that they want and then create content and put it out there. And of course, with the matching kind of content, you're going to match that and have and then convert them through chatting, through some form, and of course coach them to get to where they want to go. So because it's the coaching part that's really the special part, I would say that's why I believe in. I really agree with what you said earlier. The sale is not just a one and done. It's really it's an ongoing relationship. So if you continue to build upon that, that's where you can get to that $10,000 a month. So now, when it comes to this being $10,000 a month, this is a figure that although when it comes to this amount, how much would you actually recommend someone to start, or what is the amount to start in terms of coaching? How would you help them to determine the pricing level?
Okay, very, very good question. So usually I'll ask them first, right? Like, are you totally brand new? Like totally brand new. You have no proof before. You have no case study before. You're not, you yourself also not very sure with your expertise. If that is the case, then go with beta launching first. What it means is, I don't care how much you charge, as long as you just charge very low price, maybe like 200 to 500 US dollars per person. Just go out there and try first, right? Really get the feeling, start making a little bit of money, and you don't feel bad about, like, because why people are always charging low? Because they feel like their value is not more than the price, the money they get, right? So yeah, charge low, over deliver, really help them very, very much, and get some amazing results for people, and ask them for testimonials. This is the easiest. You literally tell them upfront, hey, I'm happy to give you a discount. In return, you give me testimonial. Is it okay? If okay, let's do a fist bump, let's kickstart. I think this is very, very easy. If you also think, I still feel not very confident. Okay, let's go one layer even lower. It's ask people to pay whatever they want, and you donate all the money to charity. Right? Then you literally feel nothing, right? You will not feel, oh my god, like people just pay $10, or oh my god, people paying me 1,000. Don't care. Like just treat yourself as a channel to just share your knowledge, and all the money goes to charity. In that sense, you have no baggage, right? People did not really like pay for advice, like they really donate money. Then in this case, right, you can feel very confident when it comes to like just teaching, just sharing, and you ask for testimonials. That is how to kickstart if you are totally brand new. But if you already have worked with someone before, you just want to grow your coaching business, maybe you're making maybe 1K, 2K, 3K every month, but you want to go to 10K, right? Then I'll recommend we can go and look at your offer, because there are two ways, right, to hit 10K. Either you get more people, or you increase the price. Yeah, like two ways, right? So if you want to get more customers, still you need to create more content, and you need to like optimize your sales process so that you can get more people to hop on a call or more people to join a webinar. That is how you do it. And at the same time, you can just simply increase your price. Of course, not just simply increase your price. Of course, you're going to give out more things, so that give out more value, so that it worth the price increase. Again, it means you're going to think bigger, right? What other things can I help you with? And if I am just solving you a very small problem, of course I'm going to make some more money. But if I can help you solve a big problem, I can make a lot of money. Example. Let's say you got a cut on your finger, right? You got a cut. It was bleeding. What are you going to do? You're going to buy a bandage, right? Because this problem is very small, you just get a small cut. The bandage cannot be charged very high. maybe like $1 is very maximum, right? $1 per bandage. But if you actually got chopped with your entire arm, that is a super big problem. Now you need to go to find the doctor and do the surgery. Now because the surgeons, they are helping you to solve this big problem. It's not a cut, it's you lost your whole arm. Therefore, they help you solve the problem, they deserve to charge a lot more higher. That's why you're willing to pay like 4 figures, even 5 figures to get back your whole arm.
Mhm.
So question back to the people who are like coaches, right? It's what problem are you solving? Are you solving a finger cut or are you solving a loss and arm problem? So if you can actually help people solve a big problem, you can make more money. You can charge way much more, and people are very happy to pay you.
Okay, so literally you don't, but you don't necessarily have to charge an arm and a leg. Okay, never mind. That was a very random joke that came along.
Yeah.
So yeah, so Yongin is saying definitely that the 6C is definitely very helpful. Okay, and I agree with that. So definitely in terms of the solution that you provide, okay, and the charges that you're asking for should match the kind of solution, the value you bring to the ultimately to the end customer. You know, when they receive it, it should solve a problem because you know, if you're out there to help different people, you got to help them with results. You got to help them with what you really can really do to help them out. So thank you for sharing that. And so this other question I have for you, Steph, is that in terms for yourself, right? What do you think is your unique superpower that you use to really help people to achieve their own goal?
Uh, this is my X factor when it comes to like how unique I am. I'm a person who don't bullshit at all. Like you know, a lot of coaches, they're always like talking about like mindset, or they're just like hee ha ha, you know. But for me, I'm no bullshit, and I am super implementation, and I'm super practical. Like I am, yeah. I mean, Asha, you should give your T-shirt to me because I'm a massive action taker, and I think a lot of people are actually losing that thing, right? Which is people are not really you know, like taking massive actions. Like okay, this is another example, right? A lot of people, they actually feel like they're not good enough. They feel like they're not confident enough, so that they need to learn more things, right? But again, guys, you already learn enough. I'm not saying not to learn, but I'm saying 50% it's input, but 50% you also need to output, right? It's just like a human being. You eat a lot, you still need to like remove some stuff a lot as well, right? That is how you keep yourself healthy. So I'm a person who are very good at the same time giving you food to eat, and at the same time I'm gonna really motivate my students to output something as well. So this is my superpower, and it's only because people are taking actions, they're implementing, they're applying things. That is how they get results.
I agree 100%. So I like what you said. So we got to let stuff out because that is very
Yeah,
important. Because if
yeah,
you take a whole bunch of intake, but there's no output, you're not going to get the results, especially when it talks about being a coach. There's this. You can study all you want, can learn all you want. I agree with you again, another 100%. I said 100% a lot of times because I really truly believe in you. I really believe
yeah,
that's really 100%. Because a lot of people just take so much and learn, and so, but I think it's because
yeah,
when they learn themselves, they want to be prepared so much. But really, the answer is out of the comfort zone. You can't learn to. It's not in that confines. You can't learn. You can't actually you got to do. You got to do to get the results. You can't learn to get the results. You know,
yes,
the books, the money won't grow from the results. You got to
yes,
take action from what you get from the books, go out there and then do stuff to be able to reap the rewards from all the different research that you've done. See, all RRR. Okay.
exactly,
So
exactly.
yeah. Okay, so definitely in terms of the unique superpower you got is just like no BS, straight to the point, get in, do it, and then rock and roll. Okay, very
Yeah,
cool. So
exactly.
yeah, all right. So, Steph, also want to ask you another question here. Also, I think we are coming close to the hour. Okay, we have about 20 minutes to go. So, I do want to ask you in terms of your knowledge. I want to ask you in terms of your process because I know I'm rewinding the clock a little bit, just a little bit. I want to ask you actually, how did you discover that this process, the process that you're creating right now, is the best way to help the clients to achieve their goals? Because on the internet, there's a lot of coaches, tons of coaches, what was the process that you currently have, the 6 C's that you have? Can you just share what were the stuff that you decided to chop away because you decided that those were not necessary? Were there anything like that? I'm just wondering out of the blue. Is there anything like that you thought, you know what, this might be good, but I decided it's not going to have fun and I chopped it off?
Yeah, 100%. I personally think for sure, like 1,000% for sure, it's when it comes to like just getting started. Before you hit 10K, before you even maybe hit like 15 or even 20K, you don't need to run ads. And I've mentioned it like every single time when it comes to coaching my clients. Why? It is because to most of the people, they think the first myth is, like I need to have a lot of money to run ads, then I will get customers. But that is I think it's totally wrong belief. It's because think about that, right? When you're just getting started, you don't even have a proven offer, meaning what you're selling may not be something that your customers want. But if you already spend your money on ads, right? I guarantee you're gonna burn a lot of money before you find your first paid customer. Because you're gonna do like crazy testing. Even though you have an offer, you still need to do the testing. Imagine if your offer is not even stable. Imagine your offer is not even proven to be working. Think about like how much money you need to burn, right? So but why people are doing ads is because they try to skip the part that they don't like, which is, oh, I need to do webinars. Oh, I need to book a call people, and I'm so afraid of that. Therefore, let me just run some ads, and hopefully people just go to the sales page and buy. But this does not work, right? Specifically, when you just get started, you want to get more market data. You want to actually talk to people, right? Even though you're not charging, just talk to people and do a market research. At least you know what they're saying. At least you know what are the challenges, what are the goals, right? Then that is how you can achieve your offer. So number one thing is please remove all your ads when you not even have a concrete offer. So this is number one. Number two, it's I personally also like fall into this trap is I think, oh, I need funnels, I need a website, all these fancy stuff. I need to learn copywriting, I need to write a sales letter, I need to shoot those video sales letter. To me, I think these are all unnecessary things if you ask me to start again, right? Because nobody really cares about your sales page. Nobody really cares about what is your funnel. Because when you're just getting started, it's a lot of hustle. Like just being honest with everybody who's watching, right? People will always tell you you're just one sales page away, you're just one funnel away, you're just, I don't know, one email away, whatever. But the core, it comes to, again, who is your target customer? What is your offer? What is the message? Like these are the most three important things. So you truly don't need to spend much effort in creating a funnel, creating a sales page. The only thing you need to do is talk to as many people as you can, find out what are the common problems, what are the common challenges. If you can solve them, tell them you can solve them, give them an offer. That's it. Really, that's it. Because a lot of people are actually stuck with all the tech, and because they're stuck, then they're not moving forward, and they think this is a necessary step, but this is actually not a necessary step. This is just a fancy extra something. It's not the most foundational step. So if you ask me, I'll eliminate that. And another thing that I want to share here, it's a lot of coaches that I know, they always spend a lot of time like thinking about what they can offer, thinking about what will be the curriculum. I did mention curriculum, and a lot of people are actually stuck there. They can spend like months thinking about what is my curriculum. I know so many things, and then should they learn this or learn that or learn this or learn that? How can I arrange all the content, right? Guys, it can take you weeks, months, even years to just think about what can you offer and think about creating all the amazing slides. Even I know a lot of people, they shoot all their content first, and then they think about, okay, now I have all the content. I'm very confident now. Now let me think about who will buy my product. That is totally like incorrect. Unless you want to waste some time, unless you want to waste some money and waste some effort. Because think about if you create all these stuff and at the end of the day, no one is buying, you're wasting all your resources. So why don't you just sell it before you create it? Sell it before you create it. Yeah, you didn't hear wrongly. Sell it before you create it. Sell it first. If people truly pay you, then the amazing part is you can actually co-create the program together because they pay you. Now you really design a program for them, and they will actually appreciate so much because they will actually guide you. Hey, I want to learn this today. Okay, cool. Let me teach you about that. And then next week they've done something. Oh, now, hey Steph, I want to learn that. Okay, awesome. Now I'll teach you that. They lead me what to teach instead of me leading them. Hey, like come this way. So this is to me this is absolutely a game changer mindset. Yeah.
Well, that's very cool to actually let your customers tell you what is they want. And I think a lot of people, like you say, I agree in terms of your, like, first of all, a lot of people are spending ads when they shouldn't be because it's not proven that the offer is not ready. So if you're, to me, the way I look at it, ads is really just a magnifier, right? So if you have offer that's already working, it's going to magnify that. But if you have offer that's untested, just going to throw money at an untested program that is not going to convert. So that's really a huge waste of money. So save the money and just make sure that the market agrees first. Then you start putting ads if you want to, or if you have the extra resources to. And secondly, you're talking about curriculum, not creating something that, or not. You're talking about the high tech stuff, right? You don't necessarily have all the video sales funnels, all the different kind of stuff, the high tech stuff. Just go down to the bare brass knuckles, really, and just get things working. Then afterwards, of course, you're talking about the curriculum, letting your customers tell you what they want, letting them tell you what they need, and you co-create it together with them. And I think that's a very interesting model that someone can use to create a product that is not based on what I think you need, but literally the customers tell you what they want, and you're helping them. And that case, they will appreciate you. So because you are literally helping them with what they want, right? Because now they have like the pain somewhere, you're helping them literally. So
Yes.
100% agree with that. So Yongin is also agreeing. So implementation is important. Learn, and no action in doing what you have learned is useless. Agree with you. Thank you, Yongin, for saying that. So now then afterwards, wow, time is passing by really quickly. Okay, so thanks for sharing those bits of extra questions and information. And this was not prepared. Okay, I did have some questions beforehand, but afterwards I decided to just like through some new questions, and you handled it like a champ.
Sure.
So Steph is definitely someone. Yeah, definitely definitely you've been well rehearsed in this area. Definitely can help a lot of people, and it's I can tell. Like I said at the very beginning, I can hear the passion coming from you. So while you're speaking, while you're talking, I can hear it. Again, I'm receiving the passion. So I'm very inspired from your sharing. So now, because when it comes to the coaching area, coaching is a scene where you always helping a lot of different people, where you can meet the different kind of more and more people. So as a coach, because you are also helping other coaches, other experts, other entrepreneurs, what would you say to someone who is starting out? Because the idea that I have, one of the reasons why I call to this the starting million is because in our lifetime, we will reach, you can impact at least 1,000 people in a lifetime. That's not a hard number to imagine. And in turn, they can also reach another 1,000 people. That means you're literally just 2 degrees away from reaching 1 million people. Of course, some people are reaching more. So you're just literally 2 degrees away from reaching 1 million people. So if you were to speak to a new coach, someone who is just starting out, an aspiring coach, an aspiring author, what would you say to this person who could actually start to impact 1 million people? What would you say to that person?
Um, I would say your expertise is the biggest gift that deserves to be shared and monetized. Um, I think a lot of people are putting the ego too high. That you think your expertise can help people. You think you cannot really make a difference to others people's life. You think you're not good enough. But that's not true. Because if you're not putting yourself out there, you are actually what is the word? You're actually taking the chance for other people to learn from you because you are just not confident about yourself, because you're very ego about yourself. But do you know that that is also creating a ripple effect, that you stop other people to learn from you. You also stop other people to contribute to you because you have a scarcity mindset. You have a limiting belief. So if we flip it the opposite, right? I always say that even if you think you are just level 1, you're just getting started, you're not very confident, you're not very expertise, that's what you think. Even if you're at level 1, you can still serve people who are at level 0. And I tell you, very honest truth, in any industry, I don't care, just name any industry, the majority of people who are at the beginner level, who are at level 0, is always the biggest chunk. Because it's like a pyramid, right? It's always the people who are level 0 at the bottom. And then the higher level they go, lesser people hit the top. So even if you're level 1, you can still serve people who are at level 0. And they will actually appreciate you very, very much. Because you're just one step ahead from them. You know exactly how it feels when it was level 0. And you made it, you're now level 1. Please share with them how you actually get from 0 to 1. You can already impact, maybe not millions, but you can immediately impact couple hundreds, couple thousands people. So do not underestimate yourself. We are all super worthy. We're super we have the expertise. It's just let it come out. Let it come out. Let your soul to serve other people. That is the word I want. That's the what I want to share with you guys.
Thank you so much for sharing that. It's quite impactful to what you said. In terms of people, you can help them because from 0 to step 1, that's a big step. That's a big step. A lot of people and if you already hit that step 1, a whole bunch of people haven't even gotten started. And you are right, 100% again, in terms of the triangle, right? There's a bigger base at the very bottom where a whole bunch of people, they want to get to the next step. And as an aspiring coach, never underestimate the kind of value, never estimate the kind of value that you can bring to help someone else. Thank you for sharing that. That is, again, a very inspiring idea and inspiring story that you just rather a very inspiring concept to understand. Awesome. So, Steph, also, can I just ask you also one other thing? Is that can you just tell us a little bit more about your business, okay, and how can people actually reach you?
Yeah. So okay, there I would say like maybe 3 ways. The first way it's I have launched a new book. Welcome anyone. If you want to grab my book, it's totally free. Shall I just say out, or shall I
Yeah, sure. Sure. Go ahead.
invite you to put the link or something? Okay,
Yeah,
cool,
just
cool.
tell
So
me
it's
the link and I'll type it up.
steflau.com. Okay, cool. Thank you very much. steflau.com/10k hyphen a hyphen month hyphen book. So 10k
Okay.
month, 10k a month book. Yeah. So that is book that anybody, if you want it, you can absolutely grab it. It's totally free. If you want to join my live webinar, I'm just redoing my live webinar because I want to just really talk to more people. That's why I'm doing live, right? So you can also sign up for that. I will share with you a lot more 10k secrets inside the live webinar. So the link will be steflau.com/live-webinar. Right? Oh, perfect. Thank you very much. And lastly, if you want to personally reach out to me, maybe we can talk about like how I can actually help you to kickstart or even grow your business at 10k a month. You can also reach out to me. My Facebook account will be my personal account. It's facebook.com/steph.lau.416. Welcome to just PM me, and we can have a chat from there. Thank you very much.
Awesome.
Yes.
Okay, so guys, once more, if you want to reach out to Stephanie and Steph, right? Steph. So do people call you Stephanie, by the way, or just Steph?
Yes, Stephanie. Yeah. Anything.
Stephanie. Okay.
Stephanie and Sam,
Okay.
yeah,
All right. Just
both are cool.
okay. Cool. I just want to make sure I've not been saying the wrong thing. Okay. So guys, if you want to check her
No,
offer
you're
out,
right.
okay,
You're right.
definitely.
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. So I just want to make sure, right? So in case if you still want to reach out to her, she's getting this book. You can check her book 10k a month book, or if you want to check out her webinar, head over to steflau.com/live-webinar, or of course you can give her a contact. Just pop her a message, facebook.com/steph.lau.416, and just send her a message, say hi, and so Yongin is also very appreciative. Thank you, Asha, for inviting to this awesome session. Thanks, Steph, for sharing your inside experience. Really motivational and inspiring. Thank you for sharing all these different nuggets together with us. I'm very inspired. And so before you go, Steph, is there any parting words you have before we end?
Um, Let me think about it. But first of all, like, once again, like, thank you so much for having me, to be on your show. This is really, I'm very, very grateful for that. And secondly, it's please continue to do that show because you are really impacting a lot of people. It is because of you that we and other coaches and other amazing authors speakers can be on your show and to really spread their words. So really really appreciate that. And lastly, if you can send me a t-shirt like yourself with the action ticket, that would be awesome.
Okay. When I probably make a customer, I just let you know. All right. So thank you, Steph, for sharing that. And I think we've spent
Yeah.
a wonderful hour with you, and you shared a lot of good nuggets. And I think this definitely is one of the sessions that is worth replaying. Especially, I loved what you shared about being your 6C program, your 6C concept, being a champion, having being a customer for that gradient curriculum, giving a whole bunch of different content. I think convert them and coaching them all the way through, help the people identify them with who you can serve, and of course, you're talking about creating a whole bunch of content and just giving that out away to help a whole bunch of different people, plus a whole lot of other information and sharing you've done so far, especially questions that you were not kind of prepared for, but you just gave A-star, gold star answers anyway. So thank you so much. I really like that. I like the idea of you sharing about the whole triangle concept. You can help someone go from 0 to 1. Thank you for sharing that. I'm very inspired. Okay, so
Thank
stick
you very
around.
much.
So what I'll do is that I will say bye-bye for now because we're going to end the show. But stick around. We will just chat after the show, all right?
Awesome. Bye bye,
Okay, take care.
guys.
Say bye-bye. Bye. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. This is the end of this show, and I'm very thankful again to Steph for coming on to join this show and to share her knowledge and experience together with us. Now, if you happen to want to be one of the guests on the show as well, okay, feel free to join in this Starting Million show. Leave a comment, #guest, and feel free to message me. Just pop me a message. If you're watching the show, my name is somewhere. Okay, just click on that link and just pop me a message. You'll be able to say hi to me. And if you haven't done so yet, do me a favor, keep follow me at It's Asher Au on Facebook and YouTube because these are new channels that I'm creating. I'm going to start more contents like this. And if you want, please do me a favor, I'm starting out. Do me a favor and do that as well. Okay. And of course, if you want to learn how to present, connect, and sell on live video like a pro, just like what we're doing over here, feel free to comment #LivePro, and I'll reach out to you to give you more juicy details. Okay. With that said, my friends, this is the end of the show, and I will see you next time.